Ever wondered why we don't have a steam-powered hat or a device to resuscitate canaries? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to the peculiar world of eccentric inventions, where the line between genius and absurdity is as thin as a razor's edge. A place where inventors dare to dream beyond the ordinary, often with comical results. From the practical to the preposterous, these inventions represent the boundless creativity of the human mind. Though many of these inventions never made it to the mainstream, each one tells a story of ambition, innovation, and sometimes sheer whimsy. Treading the uncharted territories of invention often leads to dead ends, but it's these very dead ends that make the journey so intriguing. After all, who wouldn't be curious about a mechanical device for waking snorers or a pair of glasses specifically designed for reading in bed? So buckle up as we embark on this journey of bizarre creativity and unforgettable imaginativeness. Imagine taking a bath and a stroll in the park simultaneously. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, in the late 19th century, someone made an attempt to turn this whimsical idea into reality. Enter the walking bathtub. This peculiar contraption was a bathtub on wheels, powered by a tiny steam engine. It was designed to allow the bather to indulge in a warm soak while enjoying a leisurely promenade. Picture this: cruising down the boulevard, a trail of soap bubbles in your wake as you wave to the perplexed onlookers from your sudsy chariot. In today's world, the walking bathtub could be an intriguing solution to the constant rush of modern life. Imagine getting ready for work while stuck in morning traffic, or perhaps soaking in a bubble bath during your evening commute. So next time you're feeling lazy, remember there once was a bathtub that could take you places. Or why walk when you can bounce? And why bounce when you can fly? The mid-20th century saw the birth of an invention that was as daring as it was dangerous: the flying pogo stick. Picture this: a fusion of a pogo stick and a rocket, a bouncing contraption that promised to take you high up into the sky. Quite literally, a leap of faith. In theory, it was brilliant. Who wouldn't want to bounce their way past traffic or leap over buildings in a single bound? But in practice, well, let's just say it wasn't for the faint-hearted. Imagine the sheer terror of hurtling skywards, unsure of when or where you'll come crashing down. Perhaps it would be on a rooftop, or maybe in your neighbour's fish pond. Or worse, imagine the horror of being stuck up there, bouncing off clouds and dodging passing airplanes. So, if you've ever dreamt of bouncing your way into the clouds, remember to pack a parachute. Enjoying the bounce of our content? Don't just fly away. Stick around, we have plenty more eccentric inventions to share. If you're loving this wild ride through the history of quirky creativity, make sure to hit that like button. It's much safer than a flying pogo stick, we promise. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? We've got a whole world of peculiar patents and daring designs to delve into. And hey, it's easier than trying to navigate a walking bathtub. So hit that like button, subscribe, and keep bouncing with us into a world where imagination knows no bounds. Stay tuned, because up next we have another mind-boggling invention that's sure to make you smile. Or duck. Remember, with us, you're always just one click away from your next adventure into the weird and wonderful world of eccentric inventions. Smile, or maybe duck and cover might be more appropriate. Let's take a moment to dive into the peculiar world of the early 20th century, where inventors seem to have an uncanny knack for combining the most unlikely of things. Enter the revolver camera, an invention that surely left more than a few folks scratching their heads. Picture this: a brave new world where every time you say cheese, you'd also bet a duck. A time where your friendly neighborhood photographer could also be mistaken for a gunslinger. An era where a quick draw could mean capturing a perfect shot, literally and figuratively. It's hard to imagine the chaos this could have caused at a family picnic, don't you think? Grandma, just hold that pose and... duck! Surely the idea of this invention was to capture the element of surprise, but perhaps it was a tad too literal in its approach. Remember, next time someone points a gun at you and says smile, it might not be a bad idea to strike a pose. So, from strolling in a bathtub to bouncing into the sky, we've seen it all. Our journey through the annals of eccentric inventions has taken us on a wild ride, hasn't it? Imagine, if you will, a world where your morning routine involves hopping into a walking bathtub, lathering up as you amble down the street, waving to your neighbours from your soap-filled sanctuary. Then, for your daily commute, you'd mount your flying pogo stick, bouncing high above the traffic, the world a blur beneath your boinging boots. And just when you thought it couldn't get any stranger, you'd snap your holiday photos with a revolver camera, a device that truly gives a new meaning to the phrase shooting pictures. Yes, these ingenious eccentricities may not have found their place in our everyday life, but they certainly add a dash of whimsical wonder to the pages of history. And remember, in the world of inventions, one person's bizarre is another person's brilliant,